listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
What do you say to people in a community that have a propensity, again, to believe things like Pizzagate, in a community that does have a lot of mental illness? What are you saying to them? What are they going to get? Are they going to be satisfied with the answers that the Aero Office provides? Somebody needs to ask a senator that question.
Wow. It's so dramatic. What is going on? What are we doing, Goofonians? Is this the end of UCR? Unidentified Celebrity Review. Is this the end? Is it really the last show? Boy, is he sucking up all them super chats, going an extra. He's going to keep going and out. He's made about $2,000 at least already. Somebody gave him $500. Oh man, he is soaking it up right now and dragging it out and going on and on and on about the life, the minutia that is his life in ufology. Poor little Lou didn't know this was gonna happen. If you would have listened, you would have learned. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is September 1st, 2022, a 10 o'clock edition. I figured we'd go a little later than normal because of that broadcast, which I knew was going to draw in a big audience, still is. And people are just buying this bullshit story. Like, who would buy this bullshit shirt with this thing curling up on the end? You know what I mean? I said, never again I'll wear this shirt. but I see it hanging, and I think, okay, it won't look that bad. Well, it does. I'll have to go change it. We'll have to do something. Can't live like this. This is ufology. I thought it was a nice place. I do good work. Oh man, it's been an amazing, but not as dramatic as I was hoping, but it's not bad. He's really laying it all out there. Again, he did it last Thursday and now he's doing it again because now the super chats. Holy shit. Oh, by the way, thank you, Josh and Artemis, for showing us who you are. They donated to this fool. After all of the things they said about Lou, the Josh and Artemis show give him $7 and say, just hang in there. Everything's going to be all right. It's not that bad. Oh my God. What are you doing? No, we're not going to be like you, Rich. That had to be an Artemis thing. That's definitely not a Josh. Josh would never donate to them. And if he did, it's only because Artemis told him to. Unbelievable, Super Nut. You know? Unbelievable, you hypocrites! What a bunch of hypocrites. That's who they are. And Josh and Artemis blocked me. I don't know. I guess maybe they thought I was hip to their 750 subscribers they got in a few days. And since then, lost subscribers. How do you gain all those? I didn't accuse you of buying subs. I just asked in a joking manner, what'd you do, buy subs like Dave Scott? Oh, no, we would never. Oh, no, you just have to announce it. Yeah, just announce to the people to subscribe, and they subscribed. 750 people subscribed in about 2-3 days. They just didn't want to have the same exact amount of subs as Alien Girl. Because, I don't know. I mean, they got 4,000 views for having that one guy on. Who was that one guy they had on? I don't know. It was a Barnum and Bailey Circus guy, TJ Barnum or whatever his name is. They got 4,000 views on that. And I'm thinking, wow, they got 750 subs from 4,000 views. That's a 25%. I mean, that's a lot. I got 30,000 subs on a secure team. 30,000 views on a secure team video and only got 225 subs on 30,000. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. It's funny. You get all those. All you have to do is just tell people to subscribe. That's all. Just tell them to subscribe, and they do. It's magic. I guess you must have been doing the opposite the last few days. Anyway, so LUCR is going off. We're going to talk about it. Roll call real quick. Thank you very much. Bob Birkins, the Shirtless Wonder, welcome to the show. Rebecca Wiles, welcome to the show. Super Nut, welcome to the show. D. Tubbin, welcome to the show. Chris Rogers, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast, Mansour, welcome to the show. Denbub, Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Lunar Sparkles 1, welcome to the show. Azimon, what's up? Welcome to the show. All right, so quick one. I said it was going to be quick. Nobody's going to be here tonight. Yeah, I'm not expecting a huge crowd. That's not why I'm going on live now at 10. I just didn't want to go on when that was going on because I wanted to watch it, and I fell asleep through it anyway, so. I fell asleep before it started. So I still am 30 minutes behind, 45 minutes behind. And just listening to Lou, he said who Richard Butt was. He was putting the question out, and it's a good one. Matter of fact, I even thought it, never said it though, because I thought it is probably, I think her name's Jennifer Elizondo, Lou's wife. Yeah, because she defends him like that. And who else would have access to those messages, right? It makes sense. So he thinks it's Jennifer Elizondo. I thought it was Lou. Everybody said I was crazy. I was close. I got to tell you, man, I don't care what he says. I don't care what anybody says about me. I really don't. Calling me one of the worst in the field, I've heard it all. But I wouldn't quit like you did. You're a quitter because a little pressure came your way. Welcome to my world. Now you know why I am the way I am. You think you were what, 20 when I was doing this? And now you're what, 40, 43? I've been in it for almost 2 decades, bro. And you've only been in it a little bit, 5 years. If 4, 3, whatever it is, it's not a long time. Yeah, say you're in, your life. Now, not according to you, you had a life. And this isn't your life. You don't make this your life. You even said it tonight. It is not your life. You don't rely to make a living in this field. And you said, this is not my life. Well, we don't want you then. Then that means you're part-time caring. Yeah. We need people that now it all makes sense to me, listening to him bitch and complain. When things get a little bit too warm for him, he's got to run. Can't handle it. Get a little shaky. Maybe we're getting too close to the truth about who you are. Maybe it's all self-reflective. You ever think of that? Maybe it's you. I mean, you keep telling everybody it's me. I'm the jerk. Can you imagine yourself 15 years from now doing this? I didn't think I'd be here this long. But I tell you what, because I am, I think I have the right to be this angry. I think I have a right. And I do have a right, legally, and as an American citizen of Italian descent. Oh my God, I'm from an immigrant family, and I wore an ice hat. Oh, my family must be rolling in their tombs. Tombs. It's pretty good. That was good. I'm from a strong lifeblood of Italians. All the way from the Giovanni Succhicelli. Guy made a hell of a roast. Guy had good gravy skills. Some of you will get that. Some of you will be like, I think I get it, but I don't know if I do. If you're thinking about it, you don't get it. So, let's see. I got a couple of notes here because I'm not going to play the show on here, because I know what that'll turn into. Because if he's quitting, what does he care? He's going to stay live for probably until the super chats run dry. Oh, by the way, you can help support the best fucking show on the internet when it comes to UFOs. As far as telling the truth, bringing you the information from all those around us, dissecting it and being right. It's amazing skills. I tell you, I don't know anybody else who's doing it as often, as hard as we go here. But if you want to help support the show, all the links are in the description. You know what to do. And on the homepage of GoofOn. So he claimed he was blackmailed by the DOD. By the DOD, that's what he said. Which is a lie. Because he wasn't blackmailed. By the DOD. He may have been blackmailed by Lou's wife. Or whoever Richard Butt is. I don't think it was not done on... It was done with intent. Let me explain why. In Third Phase of Moon and I talked about this last night. That's right. Have you, I'm asking you, the viewer, have you ever taken your private emails, your messages, and shared them on social media? No, you haven't, unless, you're an asshole and you did it on purpose. And that's what happened. Is this a part of the DoD plan to infiltrate ufology? It doesn't make sense. Why bother? Why would they care about us? We are the small percentage. Their goal is the mainstream media, not us out here on the fringe, the researchers who are here all the time. They know we know, well, half of us know what the truth is. Hey, and I got to give it to, I don't like giving props to people who don't give props when they're due, but he basically believes what we believe. It's amazing how that changed. I'm talking about Lou Angeles, LUCR. Hellfire Studios throwing down the first super chat of the night. Is it the first? I keep feeling like there was something else. There was another one. Did I miss something? I don't know. But thank you, Hellfire Studios. You're a good friend of the show. I appreciate all the things you've done. You're the one who made the little celebration. Thank you, Hellfire Studios, for the super dono. First one of the night, Gush. Yeah, Gush. Thanks a lot, man. I couldn't do the voice because when I started to, I had a cough, and to not do that in the middle of that was hard. But thank you. Yeah, thank you, Hellfire. I appreciate that. Did you see that? He gives credit to Cambion. First of all, Cambion should be kissing my ass and thanking me for bringing him into the ufology scene, because I'm the one, like an asshole, thought you were funny one night because you wore a mask and we're doing some things that were fun. And I'm like, hey, maybe this guy, and then I watched one other show and you thought the same way. But you know what Cambion is? I didn't know this. He's woke. Yeah, that's why we don't get along. You see, I'm always on point. People that I'm not friends with, don't get along with, for whatever reason, they're the ones who start it. And I'm the one ending it. Because I can't be friends with that guy, and I don't want to be, because he can't be trusted. There is no more shame on you, shame on me. Once you shame me, that's it. I'm not doing no second chances or third or fourth. So life must go on, and go on briskly and quickly. And Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters said that LUCR flipped, but gives credit to Cambion. Well, he also gave me credit, but also said the way I speak he doesn't like. I'm paraphrasing. And which I don't understand, but he will understand maybe tonight when he watches himself, especially last week's show. His anger and his frustration is brought on by people he thought he could trust. Fake friends, maybe. I see how this guy, Lou, was trying to do the right thing. I see how he got screwed over. That sucks. But you don't quit. That's what they want. I would rather have you than lose you. As much as I don't see eye to eye with you or believe in your wokeness, the message was always a good one that your channel brought. But I'm not going to donate money to you like a frickin'... Why would the fuck? That still bothers me. Oh, but now we see Lou. See, that's how I know it was Artemis that made that donation. I definitely don't see Josh going, I've got to fucking donate to this guy. He's hit me right here. He's hit me right in me gullet. I've got... Artemis, can I go ahead? And he's got to ask permission. No, you cannot donate $10. You can donate $6.99. Why do you guys do the 99 cents? Just make it $7. And that goes to everybody. I don't understand. Except for Mike Johnson. You keep doing $6.99. That's because you're the originator of that. You've been doing it from day one. And I appreciate that. You never varied. You never tried to be somebody else. Anyway, but this is a strange time for Lou. He can't deal with his feelings right now. It's just too much. It is. Then I get a call minutes before tonight's show to where the first thing when I picked up the phone, I said, not hello, not hey, so-and-so. I said, you got 1 minute. And it turned into 2.5, but it was somebody, I can't name who, but Cahill is going after people. And this person is a little, I don't know about worried, but pissed that they're seeing it right here with unidentified celebrity review. It's Cahill's MO. This guy is an ego. He's not a person. He's an ego. You hear? That he's the worst kind. Cahill. He might be the worst egomaniac in the field. He wants to be Lou. He wants to loopity Lou, if you know what I mean. Ooh. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is bad. What these people do is create issues in the field. They make people go against each other. That's exactly what Lou said he wanted to do. Is take down ufology, break it into a million pieces, and he's trying and succeeding with some people. You just can't go and commit podcast suicide because it gets a little warm under the collar. What are you thinking? And again, I didn't donate money, but I do give credit where credit is due. Those phone home things were really good, even the third year. And I understand all of it. Not something I would want to prepare and set up. I can't imagine. That's a lot of work to get all those people involved. It is. And to do an 8-hour show on top of that, when you're tired and you're at your brink, the message that UCR brought, even though it wasn't always what we agreed with, generally was in the right direction, though. We just want the truth, okay? No matter how we get there. But you don't need... Now, the only reason Cahill, Lou's wife maybe, I don't know, Richard Butt, we'll just stay with Richard Butthole, in a sick, twisted way, I do hope it's his wife. That kind of turns me on, Lou. To know that your wife would put herself on the sword for you. How much did you pay her? Oh! Whoa! That's Lou's real life, Lou Elizondo's real life. Hey, Lou, do you want to have some pizza for dinner? And Lou doesn't want pizza again. He wants chicken chow mein tonight. He goes, how about we get some chicken chow mein? You know you want it. Don't say you don't. You know what'll happen. Do you want it? Chicken chow mein? Babe, you want some chicken chow mein? Because if I was you, I would say it. I would say it. And she goes, all right, I want chicken chow mein. He's doing the CIA mind trick, you know. She knows what comes after all those things. You know you want it, babe. Come on, babe. Chicken chow mein. No pizza tonight. Chicky chow mein. Chicky chow mein. If anybody knows that, I would be impressed. Tiki chow mein. I'll do it again. Tiki chow mein. Does anybody know where that's from? I'll let you think about that for a second. Tiki chow mein. Oh, I want a Lou bobblehead. If somebody out there can make a Lou bobblehead, let me know. Send me a picture to goofonradio@gmail.com. I want that. I want to buy a bobblehead Lou. Hey, Nathan, if Nathan's here. Nathan has a 3D printer. Can't you do something? Can you make a Lou bobblehead? One with and without? I'd like to see 2 bobblehead Lou's. 2 Bobaloos. And we would call them Bobaloos. Oh my God. I can't sell them. But I would pay you for your time. And they would be great giveaways on the show. We could have a Babaloo award. Babaloo. You know what? That is genius. See, this is what LUCR doesn't do. Never has any creative juices flow. We're gonna have everybody on the planet in ufology come on for 8 hours. It'll be great. Yeah, that's never been done before. Baba Lou head. It's a Babaloo head for $20. All your donations and support towards the Babaloo head go straight into Goofon and Nathan Industries. We will get back to you with more Babaloo news right after this message from Goofon. All right, we're back. I want to do a Babaloo head. I like that commercial. That was a good infomercial. Yeah, we did that 5 minutes ago. It was pretty easy. So, I got my notes. John Greenwald is pretty much public enemy number 1 to LUCR. He says he was afraid to ask hard questions to not lose subs. No, that's not. No, that's the next thing he said. Oh, John Greenwald is an ass. I don't know why I can't, but apparently Lou Angeles does not like John Greenwald anymore. Poor John. John, you can reach me at goofonradio@gmail.com, or if you want to join in and have a cry. He says he was afraid to ask hard questions because he was going to lose subs, and he didn't want that. So it's all about subs. Oh, he didn't say that? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what John Greenwald said, is that, I think that's what it is. Yeah. John Greenwald was an ass with some texts, says that Lou was afraid to ask hard questions because he didn't want to lose subs. And that's when Lou says, "This isn't my life." Something I'm paraphrasing. I don't rely on this podcast to make a living. That was too much Angry Channel on that one. I'll get it down. But the texts were leaked. And I think, and the smart thing is that Elizondo didn't leak them. The Richard Butt character did. So Lou couldn't be on the hook for putting that in the public. He can't get sued for defamation of character. So one day, it may actually come out. If somebody wants to sue Richard Butt, they would have to find out who Richard Butt is and then eventually sue them for defamation of character. Because I know Greer did not like that. He was being called a felon. And the Third Phase didn't like it either. You never know if there's going to be, what do they call those? Is that a class action lawsuit? When everybody gets together, the felon 5 can get together, and if they're not felons. And I guess the felon 5 is the felon 10. And I know I ain't one. Dick Butt. That's why I don't think Dick Butt is really the person either. I think it is Lou's wife. If not Lou. It could be a guy or a girl. So, who is Richard Butt? Not only did LUCR steal the title from my part of my last week's show, he also doesn't know who Richard Butt really is. Congratulations, you know as much as I do. Maybe that much more. But now we're even. Now I know what you know. Right? Because you're not lying. Got nothing to lose. You don't have the show anymore. You're done in the UFO field for 3 months. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. I'd like you to stay, but I think we'll be okay. Because now we're going to get... Oh, and he's going to make videos now for 3 months. Probably of me. Probably of everybody. I like how Cambian's sucking his ass. Because Cambian is all about subs and views. He used to tell me, my show did as good as yours and I've only got 2,000. I'm like, first of all the people who were there were my people. All right? So, you're welcome. Again. Oh, no, I was... He said he's quitting. LUCR said he's quitting because it's not fun anymore. This is what they do. They are the woke and they are the scared. They don't, I mean, Lou seems like he could handle it, which is weird because somebody who throws everybody under the bus for 2 weeks in a row doesn't seem like the type of person who would not have fun in this field anymore. By the way, I don't know if he was having fun, but the guy still never said anything funny yet. And he's a comedian? God, I don't see comedian coming out of him. I don't care if you've done it. I don't care if you've been on stage 50 times. You're not funny. You're not funny once. You're not funny ever. And usually comedians, real true comedians, are a little bit eccentric or off the cuff or say something funny once in a while, even if it's a little subdued or under their breath or tongue in cheek. There's none of that with this guy. He might be the best comedian on the planet. But I can tell you this, we would have already known about it. It's all timing in this business. He says something's not right with this whole Lou thing, this narrative, everything. He said, what have I been saying for 5 years? Right? The first, pretty much. Absolutely. And I didn't just say it to be the first. You know what I mean? I didn't just say it. I talked about what I saw and showed it. And everybody said, stop. This guy, you know who this guy is? He's from ATIP. It was that secret program, not OSAP. Yeah, OSAP? All right. I thought it was, yeah? Oh, okay. David Wilcox says, with a nice $14.54 PayPal, I'm sticking with Goof On. Thank you, David. I know you are. I appreciate it, brother. And Rebecca Wiles, Egguj for your Bubbaloo support. $5. Thank you very much on PayPal. PayPal, Cash App. You guys know where the links are. Yeah, it's thank you both very much. Seriously. I know you guys are solid. And what Lou is doing is really, really bad right now. Not as bad as what's been done to him, but to quit on all those people who relied on you. It's more people that rely on you than people that hate you. That's why you need to stay. You don't run. Now you show what you're made of. This is your point. This is your turning point. You want to run and take time off? Don't say it's because you're frustrated. Don't say it's because this isn't fun anymore. Don't cut down every bridge that's been built between you and the others. I understand your anger. I do. If anybody does, it's me. I've got 4 times of it than what you have. And imagine all the stuff I went through. You haven't seen shit. You want to get, I know you keep saying it, that you don't care if you're number one. You're not looking to make money in this field, but bitch about the money for 40 minutes last week. Here's how much I made. Yeah, it's nothing. It's not a lot. Why am I doing that shithead's voice? They're all the same now. They run together. So what do you want from me? He's going to be going on the Angry Channel show, I bet, probably tomorrow, right? And everybody's going to run over to the Angry channel to talk about all the things that they are connecting with. That's what's going to happen. You know it's true. Cambion is the biggest fraud, one of the biggest frauds in this field. And he says I am. Now, do you girls, I'm going to ask you something because I know you know a guy like this. The guy who accuses you of cheating, but he was cheating the whole time. He doesn't want you to do he doesn't want you to do to him what he's doing to you. That's who Cambion is. You understand? Yeah. It's all a ruse. He's and I don't give a shit whether you're woke or not, but he's woke, and that's bad for this community because they're not thinking straight. They're not. But they did turn things around. Lou Angeles somehow believes what we believe now. And Cambion does too. And I dare either one of them to say they were the first to come out and say it, because everybody knows who was about Lou Elizondo. And this whole thing didn't make sense from the beginning. And it started to fall apart when they couldn't verify ATIP. That's because, like Elizondo said, there's no paper trail for a covert operation. And then when you end the operation, there's no paper trail. Okay. So you got paid in cash. I mean, talk to me, Chief. Yeah, pretty much, probably, I bet. With all that drug money that they seize along the border and everywhere else, those guys are probably splitting all that shit up. And rightfully so. They're putting their lives on the line. And you would think a Cuban... First of all, LUCR was born in the United States. He's an American. His parents are of Cuban descent. And maybe in your bloodline. But you were born America. Were you not? I tell you what, put your Hawaiian shirt back on. Go back to Hawaii and live it up. And go back to your, what was it? What'd you have? Fruit stand podcast is what I call it. It looked like a fruit stand. Yeah, go back to that look. I remember the fruit stand podcast you had. It was good. I told Third Phase about it that day when I saw you. You were good. And then you got into the wokeness. See, you used to be what you are now. Then you switched it, right? You started believing, I think you fake believed. You didn't really believe what was going on, but you loved having Lou Elizondo by your side, getting all this information that you thought was secret, right? And this is what they do, Lucy. They become your friend and then fuck you when they don't need you anymore. Because everybody knows you didn't screw Lou over. And let's say you did. You were manipulated. You were played. And it's okay. We all were. Put your ego aside and just let it go, man. Don't say, nobody plays me. You were played. I was played. Everybody's been played. Do you really think Elizondo needs us? No. He was using you to get you on his side and to be your fake friend, because friends to the end, I mean, you could have been a really good promoter for him had you not asked those hard questions that one night only. Man, what a strange world, isn't it? It's funny. You are getting attacked for doing nothing wrong in your mind, right? But in their mind, they see you, I don't know, they don't trust you for whatever reason. And now you know what it feels like. So everything that's happened to me is happening to you. You're welcome. I'm glad I could point that out. He's probably screaming, don't you think I know that, dummy? You dummy. He's probably sitting there, watching, getting very angry. Probably still live for all we know. It's probably still raining over there. It's not raining money over there right now, but it was. It's raining outside here. Hey, Derek Kennedy with the $5 super chat said, just wanted to say, when it comes to Goof On, I am a fan, dude. Hey, gosh. All right. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that, Mr. Kennedy. And a mucho gusto generoso. Grazie. I mean, we may not be the most liked, but we are the most truthful. See, this is what I don't understand. I have never done what LUCR is doing. If he recovers from this, it won't surprise me, but I'll be a little bit shocked. And in a way, I will. I know, I just contradicted myself, but I'll be like, huh? And then I'll go, oh, yeah. See, in 3-4 months when he comes back, because he will be back, he'll have a rush. Everybody will come back to see what the big deal is. See, what he's doing, he's leaving while it gets hot. Remember when it got hot for me and we got the channel shut down? Did I go away? Nope. Popped up on Goof On Lives, started talking the next day. And he'll come back. And he will be back because he needs this. He does. He needs this. No, I don't. See, this is why you shouldn't support this person. Especially give them $6.99 when all you did was talk shit about him and everything about him for as long as I've known you. Josh and Artemis. But, yeah, Josh and Artemis blocked me on Twitter. They are no longer part of this family, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't like the truth that I threw down at them. Yeah, maybe they were. See, that's what happens when people are liars. They try to separate from the truther. because too much truth. Hey, all I need to say is they got 750 subs in a few days. She'll say, no, it was a week. And you know how we got them? We tell people to subscribe on other platforms. Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that. Jeez, wow. Who would have thunk? Kids will be kids, and that's what they are. Lies, lies, lies. And I don't need it. LUCR says, transparency is all he does. When you think you're right and you're wrong, your transparency isn't so transparent. It has no meaning. You can be as transparent as you want, but if you're wrong, it's like, why even bother? Why even bother? You know? And let me tell you this. When I watched him, what do you think I was doing? The body language, all that stuff. This guy was so uncomfortable tonight. And he says, I am fine. Everything I said last week, I don't take anything back from that. And I'm not taking anything back from what I'm saying tonight. I have always been transparent. I think I'm getting it down. See, I never watched, you know? Never paid attention. But I am going to get that voice down, and I will have a conversation with that voice one day. But he thinks he's really important. And this is what that side of ufology is like. They think they're the most important thing. And he'll say, no, I know I'm not the only one out there doing, but what? Nobody, and I mean nobody, and he said this, I'm paraphrasing, nobody has done as much for this community that has a podcast than we did. Nobody. Bullshit. We go every night. And we go out and do things. Like the Artemis launch, which is in several hours. I am probably going to go there. I'm a little worried. But I don't see Lou on location anywhere doing anything. He is no different than what we are. He is the other side of goof on. That's what LUCR is. Except we do way more than he does. We just didn't have Lou Elizondo on every other month, 7 times for a year and a half. I mean, you're delusional if you think all those subscribers are because of your hard work. You're delusional if you believe everybody is going to be like you. Activists, a lot of them are bullshit. How come you don't know this? You act like you do, but yet you're surprised when they don't support your phone home. Why would you be surprised at that? You know how people are, Lou. You're the world-traveling ufologist. You know everything. You know everyone. You didn't know you were being played. People told you. You didn't listen. He thinks he's so important. You can see it in his face. He was talking like he was proud of everything. You could see it. I can't even do that face. It's a hard face. It's a woke face. So he says he's taking a break for about 3 or 4 months. And he's going to make videos showing all of us what he knows. Oh. Let me tell you something. And this is the truth. Be careful what you wish for. Because people have told me, don't mess around with Richard Butt. Really? If it's Lou's wife, really? Oh shit. Yeah, no doubt. I guess those people were right. Do not speak his name again if you know what's good for you. Oh, Richard Butt, Lou's wife. Richard Butt, dick, ass. He says the show is not his life, yet he acts like it is. So it is. If it's not your life, why are you doing all this? What do you care? It sounds like you're in the thick of it, and it is your life. Don't try to push it off to the side like it's not that important because you're leaving. That's the passive-aggressive nature, by the way, that he's showing us when he says that. This isn't my life. I've got a life. Like he's almost embarrassed to say that this is his life. Don't you see that? Doesn't that make sense? He's embarrassed to be a ufologist. If it's your life, say it and own it. Watch, I'll show you. Ufology's my life. Every day, it's my life. It's all I do. It's called passion. So this is just a hobby for LUCR. Just a side gig. Just like the rest of his other jobs. Comedian, chef, writer, movie maker. Never seen anything from this guy. Actor. This guy does it all. He doesn't need this. He's rolling in it. It's raining Benjamins all over him. And I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. That guy got paid about $3,000 tonight to say goodbye to everybody. You gave that guy a 3-month vacation, and Josh and Artemis helped. Fun crowd. I tell you what, these are getting to be delicious. Moonlick says, well, Lucy must still enjoy eating booty call. She sure ain't giving that up. Yep. This is proof that our timeline is changing. In our new work world, Indiana Jones is going to be female. Oh, you son of a beep, 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 beep. You know what they're going to do? They're going to write in a daughter, and she's going to be Indiana Jones, the daughter years. And it's because he cheated on Miriam with some other girl, and she carried his baby and didn't know because it was just a one-time fling while they were down in the tombs of Cairo. They thought they were going to die. You got to have sex. See, I just wrote a good plot for that movie. He did. He just played himself. Yep. Congrats. Dorothy says, I'm just glad I don't have a show. Happy to sit on the side of the screen. I tell you what, Dorothy, it is weird, but just like anything else, it becomes the norm when you're in it. So, yeah. At first glance, Brett S. says, Goofon got him interested in UFOs. Guy is passionate when he gets on something. Jennifer Butt. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? It's JB, everybody. Jennifer Butt. Oh, wait. It's Jennifer Dick Butt. JDB. YouTube keeps unsubscribing me from Third Phase of Moon. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is the twins gonna stream it? I don't know what that is about. But, yeah. The guy who offered me the job was wearing a Freemason's ring. No. If I were you, I wouldn't take that job. Because that guy, you'll never make him happy. He'll be patient at first, but as soon as he sees an error, you're out of there. You'll see. It got removed. It wrote it 3 times and repeat, so I ask, and it's not showing up on your page. He tells me I can't use airsoft on the site? Blocked. I don't understand what you mean about airsoft. I see you, Troy. Is Troy showing up in the chat? Because if somebody is blocked, and I don't think you are, if somebody's blocked, it'll still show up on my side of things. And I don't see, oh my God, this chat room, hold on, here we go. Let's see if I can see Troy's message. Humanity is feeling the collective unease of being replaced by machines. Dorothy, I disagree. We'll come back to that. I really, well, not as a whole. Am I eating dog vitamins? I'm looking for Troy, and I really want to make sure he's not blocked. Is that what he said? He's blocked? Nope, there he is. He's fine. I don't have time for idiots. All right. I'm glad I did all that. Now I learned something. Yeah, Troy is showing up. Okay, good. Thank you, Coral. Thank you, Coral. But he is milking that appearance tonight. Yeah. You blocked too. I don't know if you. What else did he say? He named a lot of people. He actually burned every bridge that was not that strong. He burned them down today. He'll get some of those people back into the fold when he comes back. He will be back. He will be back. Trust me. You'll see. He was talking like he's just taking a break. He's not quitting. And then he says he's quitting. This is our last show. That's what he said. That's what it says in the title. Last show. He said Chris Wolford is one of the biggest assholes on the planet, says he's a major problem, and that's true. Chris Wolford, about a year and a half ago, wanted to set up and take me down with all the Twitter people because of what I was saying about Lou and anybody else. And Dave Scott and I were friends, and Dave, you know, he's in that mix of people. I don't know how much anymore. But he stepped in and said, no, you got Richie all wrong, Chris. And he backed off. And the other people backed off, which kind of made me upset. I don't need anybody to fight my battles for me. Although I like the support, I don't think it's necessary to tell people like that what to do. But it worked. And I didn't ask Dave to do that. Dave just did it out of worrying for me. I don't know why. Then LUCR was talking about the racist lawyer. Remember what was that, McMurdy? The one who got Rittenhouse off? Well, Truth got Rittenhouse off. That's how the justice system works. But according to LUCR, that's a lawyer who got a racist off of shooting people. The Kyle Rittenhouse, and it's been proven a million times, and if you believe Biden would know anything about that case when he called the kid a racist or something like that, it was pretty bad. people, that's all they remember is what Biden said. And it's wrong. But the media was saying it too. And we learned critical thinkers will get that story right, the Rittenhouse story. They understand what happened because they watched the evidence in court. It was on TV. All you had to do was watch it. And to say that the lawyer's racist tells me how delusional LUCR is when it comes to things he really doesn't like. Why would he be mad at Rittenhouse for defending himself? He went down there, crossed the border, took AK-47 and went to a place where he wasn't supposed to be. He had no affiliation with where he was going. Yes, he did. I think it was a car lot or something over there that was in the family. Maybe I think his parents were divorced or something, and that's where that family thrived and had a business. He was going down there to protect friends and family. You idiot. All he has to do is just go back and look at the whole trial and he'll figure it out. But he didn't, and he won't. And that's what scares me about a guy like this having a channel. Maybe I'm wrong in wanting him to stay around. Maybe he shouldn't be around. And they don't want him around. None of them want him around. From the Lou side, the Cahill side, that side. They don't want him anymore. Why did they turn so much on a guy who's doing the right thing? What did he do? That's just weird. Because Rather Be Squidding said what he said that one day? Called out Lou? Because of that? That's how it all started? Nah. It was coming. They were just waiting for the right time. Because eventually you will screw up and say something negative that Lou Elizondo doesn't like. And then that's when he'll break up with you. When he's done using you. Just like he's using Fessler. Right? Just like he uses everybody. Cahill's the same way, I'm learning. I knew nothing about Cahill other than what I've seen, But the guy's a real asshole. And I don't see that yet. But he is. Take my word for it. When this many people come to me and tell me about Cahill, I just have to sit back and say, let me think about this for a second. He looks like a nice guy, says all the right things. Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah. Only because I know what I heard. I don't know Cahill from a hole in the wall. He seems like a nice guy, but he's not. That's what I'm hearing. He's not. Oh, look, Rich is scared. Richie's scared. Cahill's going to come after him. Get in line. No. Oh, that is good. It's not Gatorade. It's in a Gatorade bottle. It's got, I can't remember the name. What's the name of this shit? I don't know. You poured a little thing in there. And I think I made it a little too sweet. But it's got a good kickback. It's not bad. A lot of people have been messaging me about Lou. About LUCR. Oh. But he bashed everybody tonight. Now, here's the future for LUCR. I'm going to explain it. Everything he was doing tonight, I did in 2010. I was frustrated. after being in the field 6 years, almost just a little longer than Lou, my frustration came to a boiling point, and I dropped my co-host I had at the time. I said, we're going to reformat the show. I've got to do things differently. And I was only doing one show a week for 3 hours, but hey, it's 11:11. Moment of silence, please. Alien bless. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I was there. And I wish I never did what I did and said what I said. Yeah, I took a week off. So that's like 2 weeks, that I didn't do a show. And it was half the crowd. And I pretty much did the same show. It wasn't on a camera back then. We didn't have this. It was Blog Talk Radio. Where, by the way, we've done over 460 shows on Blog Talk Radio. Just look up the AZ UFO show, and I think there's 20 pages of shows to look at. And they're all fucking weird. Excuse my French. I didn't mean to swear, but I don't cringe when I hear that, when I hear those shows, because I won't listen to it. It is amazing how times have changed. It's the same me, but there's something, I don't know. I don't know. It was just a different time in my life. I was going through a divorce. I just got an apartment after me and my wife separated. So a lot of shit was going on. But I never regained the audience that I once had. And from 2010 to 2014, I was just going through the motions, and nobody could tell, but it just wasn't fun, like Lou said. So I do relate to that. And I also, at that point, wasn't smoking any pot for about 5 years, because I thought it was, I didn't know they had legalized it in Arizona, because I didn't know. I could have been getting it, but the person I got it through no longer was around, so I just quit. And that was part of it. And that's what I saw with the Josh and Artemis show too. They quit now, 5 months? And their show, they got half of the people watching them because he seems like she's on edge every show and she interrupts every show. So they need to work on that shit if they want to get back half of their audience. Yeah, I mean, I was in there. I looked the other day and it was only 18 people. I'm like, 18? They used to have 35, 45. Oh, it's weird. Yeah, it really is. It's a weird time to be alive in ufology. So, anyway, that's as far as I got with the show he did tonight. I still had, I don't know, from what I understood, it was still going on. There was so much money being thrown at this guy. It was weird. It was really weird. Like, why would you give money to somebody that's quitting? Here's $500. Somebody gave him $500. Here you go. I feel sorry for you. Oh, the woke really support the woke. I tell you that. And now that Josh and Artemis are woke, I see them trying to get into the good graces now with Cambion and LUCR, because they want those subs. That's all they care about. Yeah, it is. You'll see. You'll see. All you got to do is just tell people to subscribe to your channel. That's it. And 750 people should come right over, or give or take, oh, we have several videos with over 1,000 views. I'm like, yeah, and you didn't get 750 subs. It's just weird. Something is weird because they haven't had a sub since I brought it up. They actually lost. They lost subscribers and viewers. So something's askew over at the J&A show. I promise you that. Something's off. And anyway, this isn't about them. I'm just upset that they blocked me on Twitter because they can't handle the truth. They don't want really good advice. Yeah. Don't do, I was like, hey, you gonna talk about QAnon? Do you know how many channels got taken down for talking about Q? What the frig are you doing a show on that for? That's okay. We're not worried. All right. See, the part-timers. Can't trust them. They flip-flop. They don't know. They don't know. When you have nothing to invest, when you try to be somebody you're not, it shows. And I saw right through that shit. Good job. Good job. Good. I'm sure there'll be a discussion coming up soon about what I said, but that's just par for the course, you know. But I'm not the only one who saw all the subs. I mean, it was blatantly obvious. Anyway, 750, almost 1,000 subs on a 4,000 view video. It doesn't happen in ufology. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't happen on YouTube anymore either. If it was 200 subs, 3, I'd understand. But 750 and not a single sub since, and you've only lost more? I see the desperation act. I see it. I'm not saying that you did it, but eventually we'll know the truth. I'll have to ask the website that I use to check on that shit. I forgot. I keep forgetting because I really don't care. Even though I'm talking about it, it's just weird. Yeah. I think it's best this way. I don't think Josh liked me talking to Artemis anyway. I don't know. Something about he doesn't like it when any guy talks to her from what I've heard. But that's another story. That's between them. I'm not saying anything else. But I do want to show you something. I showed this morning. It's Third Phase of Moon's Slaughter Day movie. This movie was released in 1991, and it got picked up, and I believe it's Nighthawk Cinema, this company that was looking for old school movies, like movies that use practical illusions, you know, like legs getting chopped off and heads and people getting squished and ripped out of rooms and going into the floor. Third Phase of Moon was doing that around the same time when they were kids, like real little, you know, not even 10 years old. Probably they were making up all kinds of fun time travel stories for their friends in the neighborhoods, and the kids thought that they went time traveling. Yeah, they really put on a show and have the greatest imagination, which is why they make movies, so they can express what's in their head. But Slaughter Day is a special movie because the special effects and everything were done with, you know, I'm just saying, like ketchup and straw, you know, it's like just practical shit and made it look real. And back in the day, all that stuff was being done. You know, like you've seen all the horror movies back in the day, right? Freddy Krueger, Jason, and all that stuff. The way they kill people. And Slaughter Day falls into that genre, I guess, where there was an ancient evil force that wreaked havoc. I'm going to play the trailer. I don't know why I said travel. But they picked it up, and this company made the movie look really clean. They cleaned it up. Everything looks really good. And now they're selling it, but also they're showing it off at some sort of event. I can't remember. You'll see here at the end. I got the link. But anyway, this is their movie. I did a shitty job explaining it. But I hope this plays. There it is. So this is... Now, the Cousins brothers did not make this trailer. The company made it for them. No, it's not playing. Same thing that happened yesterday. I made the same mistake. All right, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So where are we working today anyway? Old abandoned cabin needs a lot of work done to it. Did you see Jones disappear like that, man? Crazy, stupid hippie! Dang!
You will die by the wrath of the Necronomicon. Don't let me go!
No beer, no babes, we're hurting now.
Let's get me off me, man!
Oh, he has a real attitude problem. This does nothing.
Kill the
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight. If you're watching this right now, you are missing a rare primetime address from Joe Biden.
Wrong show. But that's Slaughter Day. Oh my God. That looked like fun making that movie. But that's what these guys do. They look for old film movies and they're restoring them. And there's a genre for this now. And it's really popular. And this movie, believe it or not, they were probably, only other than Star Wars, the only people on the planet making a movie like that. It's pretty historic. It is. That's why they wanted the Cousins Brothers movie, because it was good and it was fun. And if something isn't fun, you quit it. Right, Lou? Just quit. That's it. Burn every bridge. And let's not forget Sean Cahill, by the way. I was talking about him earlier. We need to keep our eye on this guy. So, seriously, look around and see what you can find on Cahill. I think what you'll find is something's not right. And that's what LUCR said tonight. He said, something's not right. And you know who else has been saying that as well? Me, for 5 years. Thank you for giving me credit for that. You give Cambion credit? Cambion was only right because of me. Ask him about those conversations. What is he talking about? We never had no conversation about Trump. No, we never did. No, we never did. We couldn't. Yeah. As soon as you mention Trump to Cambion, he says, I gotta go. I can't talk anymore. I hate him. Whatever. When every other show is about the same thing over and over, it's all about clicks. It really is. It sucks. All right, what do we got here? Somebody sent me something here. Let's see. It's a video. It's not working anymore. Oh, that's odd. Oh, that's, no. It's not good. Let's see this. All right. I'm just getting messages. And I just wanted to see what they were. All right. What is this? What is this? I don't understand. Lou's holding up an Oscar? Somebody made this? Is this real? Did this happen? Look. Is that real? His hand is out. I don't think you can hold that. No, that's fake. It's a picture. That's funny, actually. It's never going to end. He's quitting on all those people that gave him all that money tonight. He made about $4,000. It's a lot of money. He definitely made two. I alone stopped counting at two. I'm like, this is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Ever. Somebody who says it's not about money should be telling everybody, please don't support that. I appreciate it, but I'm turning off the super chats. That's what he should have done. That's what he should have done. I don't need the money. He doesn't need the money. Then why don't you give it to UFO Jane and rather be squidding? Wow, there's a lot of work that goes on. I do everything. He was bragging about all the work and the energies put into it, into this field. God, it's weird. It must be all behind the scenes, right? It must be all behind the scenes. Just like Lou Elizondo. Just giving us the impression he's doing all these things and then everything that he touches turns to shit. Well, final word on LUCR. Nobody believes that you're quitting. You will be back. And you will see what it's like more now than ever that you said what you said. You have now fallen into goof-on zone, whether you like it or not. What you did tonight was equally, if not worse, than anything I've done. You know? Because you've done it to so many people tonight and last week. So for 2 weeks, this guy has talked negatively about the UFO community, says we can't trust anybody, and is quitting on all of you, yet you still want to throw him money? How weird is this world we're living in? Geez, maybe I'll quit because it's not about the money. I have to keep saying that. Anybody who keeps saying it's not about money, it's about money. And he's quitting because he didn't get the money he thought he was making. That's what I think this is all about. Why should I put my time? This is what he's thinking. I know it is. He's blaming it on the UFO community. But he got into this thinking he was going to make a lot of money. You got to do more than one show a week. You got to do it full time. You have to be passionate about the field full time. You can be passionate part time, sure, but I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't think he made any changes at all. That's the thing with that side of ufology. They think they're doing something good. But in reality, it's all about them. And LUCR has made this about him. I did this, I did that. They didn't promote this, they didn't promote that. I've done so many things for this community, and I. And you feel entitled that they owe you something? Because you did a home phone show a couple of years in a row? That makes you better than everybody else. Meanwhile, in the real world, you were being played. And now you're embarrassed and you're running with your tail between your legs. Right. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been there. So don't tell me I don't know. However you got to the point that you want to quit, I've been there. There was a point earlier in this year, even before all the drama, I didn't want to do it anymore. It's just the ebb and flow of doing something regularly and doing it a lot and seeing little progress. But that's ufology. And you have just you just learned a very valuable lesson that you can't trust anybody, sadly. Okay, you can't trust the people who make claims without proof, all right? That's what I mean. That's who you don't trust. You don't just buy into that this person is being truthful because they're a nice guy, are you? You're not just buying into that they're telling you the truth because they work for the government, are you? You're not buying into that they're being truthful with you because they work in the DOD, do ya? Do ya? Of course you do. Of course you did. And now you're not quitting because you got close. That's what sucks. You didn't get close to the truth on anything. I don't know what you've learned in ufology, but we learned a lot about you, and that when it gets hot, you get to running. That's what I've learned. Hey, I said it earlier in the show. I'd rather have LUCR here than not. Because in the end, they want the truth too. We may go about it differently. We may not agree on everything or anything. But one thing I am for, and that is the truth. And if he can get the truth, I thought he was blackmailed by the DOD. And then tonight, it wasn't such a thing. He thought it looked like now. Last week, or whenever, the last show he did, he said that he was blackmailed. There was no cloud there, like if I was blackmailed. He said he was blackmailed by the DOD. And that would have been Richard Butt, which, how can you say that? It's the DOD. See, this is how you know he's a bullshit liar, trying to make drama for himself, trying to make himself look special, saying that I was blackmailed by the DOD. And the DOD person he's talking about is Richard Butt. And then he says tonight, it's probably Jennifer Elizondo who's Richard Butt. With that kind of knowledge, you should have not said anything at all about being blackmailed by the DOD. Do you know how bad that is? That's worse than when Tyler Glockner said he got beat up by prison guards because of his channel, and they said, you better be quiet. And then he removed that video the next day because there could have been a defamatory lawsuit. if those guys didn't beat him up, you know, remember that story? Well, this is like that story. And if that story's not true, then Lou Jimenez is a bold-faced liar and is just as bad as any hoaxer in this field. That's the sad thing. We may be looking at a complete fraud who is now quitting before the truth gets out. Now, the fires got too hot for him, so he's quitting because something's going to come. Something about him may drop. You never know. Then again, why would Lou Jimenez do what he's doing tonight if that was the case? I don't think you would, if nobody was going to do anything to you, why provoke them into doing something to you? Because he's frustrated and it's not fun anymore. So we're going to burn every bridge we have. I understand it, brother. All right. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. High strangeness, yes. Truthful, I'm not so sure anymore. Body language was all over the place. He was extremely uncomfortable. Kept, wiping his hands, it looked like, kind of massaging his legs, or just out of habit, he kept doing that. You can see him shifting all the time, very uncomfortable. He was uncomfortable because I don't think he wants to quit. I think this is something he talked about with somebody. And why don't you quit? Here's what you do. You don't want the heat? This is the conversation. Take off, man. Take off for a few months. Gather yourself. Decide on what you want to do from here on out. Stop doing this show and create another one. Oh, I would love to see that. On a whole new channel without the subs, I'd like to see how many subscribers he would get. Probably get 1,000 overnight, but then it would slowly progress to 2, and that's it. That would be my guess on that. It's not easy. People think it's easy being in this field. All I want to say is nobody's doing it more than we are. Nobody's bringing the truth, the headline stories, the drama that's in this field to you more than we do. We look at everything and everyone. At least now I have more people to look at. I never heard some of these people before. It's like, where is this universe of these names? Maybe I'm not paying attention to them because I just don't care. I don't know. What is this here? Matthew Riot. I'm also not able to see. Oh, I'm not blocked. Matthew Riot says, I love it when Lou Elizondo is honest, transparent, and precise with his comments. That was to, Darren Reed. Wasn't Darren Reed here yesterday? He says, it's a shame that Lou Angeles is now going down this road. The show was a beacon in this community for serious conversation on the topic, and has now been reduced to snarky commentary about people in this community. Do better. That's what we're trying to do. Always trying to do better. Like I said in the beginning of the show, times have changed. This isn't 15 years ago. This isn't 10 years ago. This isn't 5 years ago. I don't want to change, but some things have to. You just have to. If you don't grow, you don't grow. Michael Mataluni says, when your job is to conduct your counterintelligence in the UFO community, and then surprised when people wake up to the reality they've been manipulated, do you not think you should end the friendship and gaslighting, or do you suggest staying with the abuser? I think Rich ES, who's the digital dino on Twitter, I think he misspoke and meant the UFO topic, not community. He was in fact speaking of the UFO community, ufology, at that moment. That was my take when I first watched it. Matthew Wright says, I think his intent was to say one thing. What he said was probably what the truth is, but who knows? He's an intel guy. It's what he does. Disclosing time, responding to Lou Angeles. I mean, he may also have spoken fast there, which I think is likely. I don't think he meant the UFO Twitter community or ufology. I think he meant, and has always said, that he was asked to use his expertise and apply it to the UFO topic. That's true. That's what Elizondo said. I was told to use my counterintelligence techniques in the UFO community. His expertise. And he did. And so what? We knew who he was. That's why I didn't trust him. A Central Intelligence guy? Jesus Christ, I can't think. Counterintelligence guy. Duh. That is put into the UFO community. When I immediately heard that, I said, right then and there, something's wrong with this guy. Why would you bring that guy into ufology? What is up? That's why my radar went off. Kipo Cosmo says, dang, Lou, I loved your show and the way you brought people on different perspectives together in respectful conversation. This is not that. And this new direction breaks my heart. Unsubbed. For now, I wish you the best and hope you can turn the ship around. Don't worry, kids. Baby Louie is going to turn the ship around. Don't you worry about that. Unfortunately, when he comes back, he's still the same old. Jade Wheel says, I'm a logistics guy. If someone asked me to join the cocaine industry, does that automatically mean I'm actively moving cocaine for a cartel? Or possible I'm aiding the U.S. government in finding out how the coke is being moved? Lou's statement in this clip means little to nada. Yeah, they're talking about where Lou said that I was brought into this UFO community to use my skill set and figure shit out, basically. Yeah. And I don't think that Lou Elizondo means when he says, I want to destroy this community. He means he wants to destroy all the assholes, all the naysayers, and people who don't believe what he believes. Oh my God. You mean like a dictator? You want us to believe you? Do we have a Zieglu? Ziegfugel, I understand. But Zieglu? Oh my God, it's Zieglu. Zieg Elizondo. It's Zieg Elizondo. Zieglu Elizondo? Without Zlu, there can be no peace. Oh, that's Italian. We're not doing Italian. I don't have the German accent down. I can never get it. I'm not good at that. It's just something I can't do. Won't do. I don't know where I'm going here. All right, let's see. There is just so much. People are saying, this is cringeworthy. I can't understand it. Lou speaks too fast for me to understand. This is a really pathetic look, but at least you're consistent about it. Lou has jumped the shark. It's disappointing to see where UFO Twitter is going. Wow, you think about Lou Elizondo a lot. Dominic Longoria says, I didn't think anyone else caught that. He is crazy for Lou. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anana Yape says, you love nonstop drama, don't you? Most people probably don't care about what Elizondo says anymore, but he lives in your head, rent-free. It's true. Somebody here, Cameron Boltby, says, oh, whoa, good catch. I really want to like this guy, but trusting someone who's part of Space Force and funded by the AMIC seems like a fairly ridiculously stupid move to me also about Elizondo. Matt Riot is one of the biggest Lou Elizondo supporters on the planet. He is so far gone delusional. He's been here before in the chat room creating havoc for most of us. Yeah. There's a skunk emoji? I love skunk emojis. I guess what we need to do is move on from here. If we're talking about skunk emojis in the chat room, I'm not doing my job. Sorry. 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 It's my fault. My fault. Maybe we'll, maybe, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna show you what we talked about this morning a little bit. Tell me if this is annoying. Seriously. This has to be, all right, I'll tell you what we were talking about. Air guitar competitions. The Battle for National Air Guitar Championship. It's a real thing. And they are so awful. I'm actually thinking about going in there and winning that trophy. I would win this hands down. You'll see why. They are the worst ever.
Georgia Lunch is this raw, energetic, debaucherous person, just a version of me when I don't give a fuck.
What's this? Obviously, she's never picked up a guitar or understands what air guitar is supposed to be. Have you ever seen the Chinese do it? They turned it into a spectacle. The Chinese with their air guitar. I mean, it is a scene. But this is woke. This is the woke. I'm sorry, Dorothy. I'm so sorry, but it is. It is.
It's a monster truck, and Brittany can.
What is that?
Maybe be a little more.
You don't pinch your pick. You don't do this with your pick. You hold the pick, but you don't go. What is she doing that for? So we talked about the annoying shit in entertainment.
A Prius.
And this is one of the things.
I've tried playing instruments in my past and not with a lot of success.
What? How dare you wear that shirt? How dare you?
And like 20-something countries from around the world all send their best air guitarists, which was insane to have my first time in Europe be to play an imaginary instrument.
I said it's Meatloaf. Meatloaf came back from the dead. Anyway, that's what we talked about a little bit this morning. We talked about a lot of stuff, but I hate that air guitar championship. See? We don't talk about ufology on the other channel. Talk about real life. And another thing we talked about, we've showed it here before, the most genuine of genuine fake martial artist masters of all time. The best of the worst.
The swap. He doesn't even need to stand to do this, right? So strong, he touches you and you go flying.
Hey!
Look at this gear. Oh, he's trying to resist. The other guy's trying to resist. You don't resist with a master. Puts his little stubby leg on top of the head. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're stuck. Oh, little finger.
He can kick your ass while still sitting on his chair. This part here is the only real part of this entire video, because he fell off his chair onto this poor guy and was laying his entire weight on him, and the guy is legit in pain and trying to get away. But there's a reason he's on the chair. He can't get up from the ground. So this guy died. Yeah, he died. Sad, really. What the hell? This guy has mixed dancing with martial arts, and not in a good way like Vasily Lomachenko.
Corporate dance. In fact, some of them can be classified as only
Wow.
dance. But this one took it to the extreme on both levels.
He has mixed like 3 different dancing styles into one hilarious martial art. And of course...
Can you imagine Joe Rogan fighting these guys? Can you imagine you? I like it when these grand masters, these guys that own these dojos in China and Japan or whatever it is, Japan, they these guys actually try to fight real MMA people, real fighters, and they get their asses handed to them. They take off running, they turn their back. One guy was almost in tears because he got embarrassed. It's like, why would anybody believe something like this? See, that's what bothers me. It's like, this is like the other side of ufology. They know it's fake, but they don't care because everybody else loves it. That's what they do on Los Angeles, all of those people. That's what they rely on. But like I said earlier in the show, Los Angeles believes what we believe now in ufology. Believes there's something wrong. And guess what? As soon as he believes that I was right about Lou, and now everybody else is starting to see it, he quits. As soon as he got, not as soon as Lou was gone, but when he realized he's not getting any more subscribers like he used to, he's still pulling in the numbers. Good for him. But the subscribers just aren't there. No more Lou, no more for you. No more Lou subs. And I guarantee it, the J&A show will be friends with that guy next time he comes back. It's guaranteed. And if they run over and go to that camp, the Josh and Artemis show, like I think they are, because they donated $7 to a losing cause to someone that they hated. Yes, this is the 3rd time I'm bringing him up tonight because it's unbelievable that the people who talk the most shit wanted to give the losing cause money. They think they're invincible. Let me tell you what, Josh and Artemis, you're not invincible. And I'm surprised you still have your channel after doing a show on QAnon. I don't know who's making the money decisions, but that was a bad one tonight. And then blocking me on Twitter because I called you out on something as a joke, buying subs. 750 in a few days. Nobody with the channel of 1,500 people gets 50% of their subs in a few days off of one video. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. God, they think I'm stupid. That's why they took off running too from me. It's another thing. Because I figured them out. They're here for clicks and views. Well, it's not working. Sadly. I don't know what happened to Josh and Artemis, but they took a few weeks off here and there, came back and lost half their audience. What did they do wrong? Are other people seeing it too? I'm not sure what's going on. Yep, and yeah, and I got mad at some other people that are supposed friends of the show. But I can't wait to hear the lies. Unless they have a logical explanation for donating to that channel that they talk shit about with me on this show, on their show, how do you support that shit? Why, because he all of a sudden figured it out and he's quitting? Let's give the guy money? Forget about it. It's weird. It's weird. I don't understand that. Oh, well. I guess it's a thank you for your time and effort. Here's $4,000. Have a nice 3 months off. It's so bizarre. For a guy, fuck it, whatever. It doesn't make sense.
Master Juka Lampila is the master in MP4s, and he can knock your ass out without even touching you, and apparently not even being close to you. Skeptics in Barcelona.
Yeah, just like Lou Elizondo. He can take down a channel, and he doesn't even have to say anything or do anything, really. Tonight I was going to talk about this, what is at Nixon's, there's a time capsule. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow, Brett. I just can't do it tonight. What is it? It's almost 12 already? It's almost midnight? Well, that's it. We're out of here. Hope you guys have a good night. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your way out. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting a channel that gives 100%, gives a shit, and is here every single day for you. Yeah, thank you for supporting that and all things that are truthful. But to support a quitter like that, it just doesn't make sense. You guys, unbelievable. Yeah. What's tomorrow? Friday? Alien Addict is having Mike Rogers on, if he doesn't cancel, at 5 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be a great show. Mike Rogers was the guy who drove the loggers the night Travis Walton got abducted. He's going to come on. There's going to be really tough questions for him to answer. He might get mad and leave. He might get mad and yell. He might get mad and laugh. We just don't know. That's why it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see if he admits that it was a hoax. That'll be on Alien Addict tomorrow. And I'll be there. And then we'll come back here. And I'll talk about that. I'll make a good thumbnail for the Nixon thing. Brett, thanks for hanging out. Sorry, time went by so fast. I thought I would get to it, but I can't. But tomorrow for sure. It'll be good. And then we'll talk about any backlash and see what Twitter's talking about with Lou. We got a little taste of it tonight. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like Josh and Artemis say, all you got to do is ask people to subscribe, and they will. Actually, it's been working. Appreciate the help. Thanks again. We are, and you know it's true, Truthology for ufology. That's gosh dang truth. As always, enjoy. Tomorrow is the beginning of a 3-day weekend. I am excited for the 9-to-5ers getting an extra 24 off. Do everything you can to catch up on sleep and then go live your life. Alien bless.
Goof.